Travesty and Krystal D, another episode of US Round.
Yes. What's up?
What's up? Yo, Travesty, I'm going to tell you what's up. You know what's up? A-Rod and J-Lo officially done now for good.
Oh, so it's really like
so
official,
for real?
official?
Oh, yeah, it's official.
Oh.
I guess it was
Who
gonna
broke
happen.
it off? Who broke it off? Do you know?
I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's just coming out now that it officially is over. So who knows?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Remember, you were saying my boy A-Rod was broke and all that stuff now?
Mm-hmm.
I got the update on the internet the other day. He just broke the billionaire mark.
Well, he's.
Oh, wow.
I told you he wasn't broke.
No, I'm not saying he was broke, but I'm just saying J-Lo had more than he has. J-Lo's got more.
No, you said he lost all his money. He doesn't have anything. Didn't he say that, Krystal? He lost all his money.
Did I say that?
I was like, I don't know. He's on Loan Shark now, on Shark Tank. He said, that's because he's trying to get some money back. He's trying to get some money. I was like, I don't know. I don't think he's broke. He hit the billionaire mark just last week.
You know what? That's all on. That's not even on paper. That's all hearsay.
Anyway. He brought us a championship. Like I said, if he didn't do that, I'd be mad at him. But 2009, he got it. That's it.
But they're done. They're officially done. And I got to tell you, getting back to A-Rod, well, he's in trouble again though, because apparently he screwed over his brother-in-law with a company that they both set up, and his former brother-in-law, I should say, ex-brother-in-law. And J-Lo, A-Rod never paid him for all the work he did. Now the ex-brother-in-law is trying to come back and sue him for that, and it's a whole big thing. Because it was a real estate company that they formed down in Miami.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah. Like, I don't know why they make it stress. Like, if you know you did wrong and you got the money, just give it to the guy and that's it. Yeah, no drama.
Never gonna happen. He's not gonna pay. It's gonna be like soon.
Yeah, for years. That's so stupid.
And then it just goes on after that. I mean, what can you do, right?
Oh my God, that'll give me heart problems. That's stressful.
They say when you have all that money, it's just a lot of problems. All that money is just too much. So I don't know.
Nah, it's true. Just got bigger problems than everybody else with less money. That's all.
Yep.
So, did anybody hear about that 18-year-old from Ohio? He was arrested in Times Square, one of the Times Square subway stations. He had an AK-47 on him.
What? Where have I been napping? Because I did not hear this. That's crazy.
He was coming up here, I guess, to shoot up people. I don't know what he was thinking. Or what he was doing.
Mental health, I'm telling you, is getting crazy now.
It is, really is. I don't even know where to begin. It's all these gentrifiers that keep coming up here thinking they can make a go of it, and maybe they get upset and they quit and go back, buy a gun, come back. Who the hell knows?
I believe that, because I feel like real New Yorkers don't have those issues. We're just like, we're either gonna fight you,
right,
rob you, but not like go on a shooting fucking spree. Like, that's middle America shit.
That is middle, absolutely.
Yeah, like crazy ass, psycho asses. Bored.
Colorado, all that stuff.
Yeah, people with money that are bored and they don't know how to deal with life issues. It's ridiculous.
I don't even know where to begin. Let me tell you, if I saw that kid on the subway, first of all, I wouldn't confront him. The kid's got an AK-47.
What are you going to do, Peter?
My ass will be out.
No, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Right?
Coming on. Hang on.
You're going to about face and run the other way. That's what you're going to do.
No, you know what I would do? I would wait for him to turn his back and then jab him.
I know. You need a whole crew. But my ass will run.
Speaking of the whole crew, Wilhelmina is popping on. Here she comes.
Is entering the building.
Wilhelmina is coming in.
Hello.
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina.
So, how are we? Oh, my hair is looking crazy. Sorry.
That's good. That's cool.
Thank you.
Wilhelmina, I like what you got going on. You got the whole steamy look going on, like you're in a
it's like glowy.
in a sauna.
Yeah, I have. So let me see if I can fix that.
He's getting ready for that spa thing.
Yeah.
Ready for the spa lady. That's what it is.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
That's cool.
We're definitely. We were just discussing A-Rod and J-Lo officially broken up again. Just wanted to bring that up again, but it's official. And the other thing we were discussing was this 18-year-old kid who was just arrested in Times Square for carrying an AK-47.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know where to begin with that. AK-47, you know, and Krystal had brought up a good point. You know, New Yorkers would just beat the piss out of you, but this kid went to go get a gun. I mean, go figure.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Well, at least they got him before he did anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because who knows
That's
what
the whole
he had something planned.
Yep.
He had something planned.
But you know what, Trav? I would, like I said, I would wait for him to turn his back, and then I would get him. I'm telling you, I definitely wouldn't confront the kid. He cut me in half with that thing. It was like, oh yeah, and that's it. Cut in half, whatever train it was on. I don't even know what train it was on. Most likely, if it's Times Square. What do you think he was on? He was on the 19? Maybe.
There's so many trains.
Yeah,
There's
I'm about
that
to say,
one
could have
train
been
station. It's all of them. You know, in
Yeah.
that the main Times Square station. That's everything.
Well, what's the most jacked up train in Times Square? Is it the E? I'm gonna go E on that. I think the E train's the most jacked up because that goes to no, the A, maybe the A train.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Cheetah-Re.
what's
Oh.
going on?
Hello.
Oh, everybody is here. Let me put my headphones on.
No, everybody is here now because you here.
Thanks, Trav.
Because you here.
Oh, wait, let me fix my hair. Oh, we recording already, Peter. Okay.
All right.
So, hey, listen, really quickly. Did everybody hear about Robert De Niro and what's going on with De Niro and he can't keep up with his ex-wife's divorce? Like she lives like some type of really crazy lifestyle.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Apparently, she lives like this extravagant lifestyle that forces De Niro, who's like in his, I think either late 80s or early 90s at this point, to go back.
That old.
He's up there. De Niro is up there.
80s.
I guess
Anyway,
80s, right? De Niro's in his 80s.
I don't think so.
Late 70s?
Maybe
Look at my-
70s.
look
That
at my
man is
new-
not in his 80s. He's not that
Look
old.
at my new wine glass. It's a mason jar. Cheers.
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 What do you? That's. Are you
I got
drinking
something today?
And
Are
I
you
like
drinking-
that with the Isn't it cute?
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I
Is
love
that
it.
moonshine? Are you drinking moonshine, Cheetah?
No moonshine, some ginger beer and some rum, I think.
Ooh,
Pilar.
that
It's
sounds
called
delicious.
Pilar. Have you heard of Pilar?
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna have another Cheetah-Re's cheers
He be having the
episode.
ill drinks though, because it be stuff that I never ever heard of. I never,
Yeah, but
She
this
be
is
having-
ginger beer. Hibiscus ginger beer.
Yeah, but you mixed it with rum, Cheetah.
Cheers.
should be
I did.
a liquor blogger. Like how Krystal does the coffee thing, you should do it with
Mhm.
drinks.
Yep.
Oh,
That'd be
What-
cool.
should do
'Cause
a
you got
liquid
stuff no
lime.
one ever, at least I never heard of the stuff you be drinking. But I don't drink, so maybe I'm just stupid.
Exactly. That's what it is.
I don't know.
That's exactly what it is.
Wilhelmina, what are you drinking or are you smoking?
I'm smoking. I'm actually waiting for my drink to get finished.
Yeah, that's why it's steamy looking.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilhelmina, girl, I didn't know you was on here. Hey, girl, I just need to
It's
swipe
from
a
the
little bit farther. Did you see my cheers glass? I like the cup. I love it. Hey, no, thanks. Cheers.
You just can't stop sipping.
This one tastes good. Oh my God. That's what I said the last time, right? It's
Oh,
boy.
really good. This is really good.
Okay, and you know what? We have Wilhelmina on again, and hopefully you know what, Cheetah? I think you should do you. Get tanked tonight and throw out the cheers.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be tanked. I'm gonna cheers though. Cheers. Cheers.
all right.
Krystal, what coffee are we drinking?
What is it? Oh, still Stumptown coffee.
Oh, okay, all right,
Mhm.
got it.
Okay.
Very cool. Wonderful.
Nah.
Well,
How's the weather in New York? Is it cold? You guys?
it's in its 50s.
Still hoodie weather, I think. Hoodie.
Oh, okay.
You know how April is in New York. It ain't all that good yet.
No,
No,
it's like
I do
bipolar.
not know what April is in New York at all.
Where's
Don't
hot
be really
April?
warm yet. It'd be on the fence.
It be on the fence. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, all I'm gonna say, with a haircut like this, you know, it's scully weather for me all the way up until like early June.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's funny.
I had my Scully on today. I'll tell you that. I wasn't kidding around. I had the Scully on. It was horrible. It was raining. Oh,
Yeah.
What
it
are
was
you
a shitty
drinking,
day.
Peter? What you
I got my
drinking?
I got my red. I got my red wine. I'm drinking my what do I? This is a Cabernet. And I'm gonna say the name anyway. I'm drinking a Mondavi Cabernet, CK Mondavi. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh, it sounds like it's good.
Yeah.
The name sounds
Yeah, it's
really
not-
good. I drink it.
It's a California
Drink it.
Cabernet. I'm enjoying it.
Drink it.
Absolutely. We that's how we roll. You know how Italians are. It's red or die.
I agree. Red looks sexy in the glass. Cheers.
Oh, well, let me go ahead and
Red
put that in front of you,
looks
Cheetah. There it
sexy.
is.
Red looks much sexier in the glass than that white wine.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when I was going out and I was at the bar and I have the red wine. Oh, what you drinking? Oh, I'm my love. You drink white wine and they be like, oh, hey, how you doing?
All right.
I don't know. I don't know what I can tell you about that. But getting back to Robert De Niro, so his last wife, Stella McCartney, is just destroying him right now with this divorce. So you know. I
Oh,
don't
poor guy.
Yeah.
I know.
He's old. Like I would just cut her off. Like
Robert De Niro. I thought he married the African American girl.
Yeah, he loves. Listen, Bobby D loves his brown sugar. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh yeah, from the very beginning, from Tukey Smith all the way on up.
Yeah, that's who I thought he was with. Tukey Smith. He married somebody else.
Oh yeah, no, he left Tukey. Well, Tukey dumped his ass, I think, a long time ago. And if I disrespected Bobby and you're gonna put a hit out on me, he did dump you. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, Bobby D. I don't know, but so he's getting crushed right now, and that's why he's still working. So, I don't know what
that's sad.
this guy's gonna be in a wheelchair on oxygen and still working.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
He says he wants to live to 100, so we'll see. He's
ball
gonna
till
be
you
working.
fall, I say.
Huh?
I said ball till you fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, he's
he's
definitely doing it.
77 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's there, almost 80.
Almost, but Pete had him at
Almost, but-
almost 90s, like
Yeah, I
late
know.
80s, early 90s. I'm like, he ain't that old.
You're like, no.
Hey, listen. Before we bring in Tripp J. Tripp J has entered the room. I'm gonna go on record by saying that Krystal said that what's his face, DMX died of old age. All right, so you can't count
One
Krystal
of the
as old
reasons.
age.
You did say that, but
Yeah, Krystal, you did say that, Krystal.
I did. It is what it
Tripp
is.
J is on his way. Tripp J's on his way. Krystal, you said he was old. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I did.
Wow. Wow.
But you know, the funny thing is that the first thing Krystal said was old age, not a combination.
Did
of
I say
things.
that?
Yeah, you
Did I say first old? No.
I think you said old
Whatever.
age.
You
Old
made it
age.
sound like that was the main reason.
Did I? I said
Kind of.
drugs.
You kind of
His
did.
age.
Yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is.
I don't know if
Rest
you
in
meant it that
peace.
way.
You know. Rest in
He's
peace.
not
You know.
Yo,
What's up, Jamal, my man?
what's happening? What's happening, everybody?
You good?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. I ain't know it's gonna be this many people on here.
Yo, yeah.
But you shy? Are you shy or something?
Jamal ain't shy. Jamal ain't shy.
Hey,
Oh,
Travis.
okay.
Can I be shy? Can I
You
play shy?
can be. You can
All
act
right.
that way.
All right.
He's not warmed up yet. That's all it is. You gotta
Oh,
pull everybody
okay.
out.
Warm
Is this
up,
what-
Tripp.
He's from
Warm
Cop
up.
Killer Queens. He don't trust too many people.
Oh, okay. That's why he
Is
come
this
up
gonna
here
be-
guarded.
is this
I didn't
open
know it was
mic
that
night?
many people.
Is it open
But
mic?
yeah, check it
Is
out.
open mic?
We got Wilhelmina Sparrow. See the young lady down there?
Smoking
She's a
smoking
guest, but
hub.
she's kind of like, you know, she be hanging with us a lot now. And
Okay.
Cheetah-Re and Krystal D, and of course you got me, you know me, and Petee J.
Yo, how you doing, Tripp? Good to see you, brother.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You still going by J Malik or is it Tripp J?
It's Tripp J now, but you see the cup, right, Travis?
I see it. I should have brought my
Cheers.
Giants jersey, man. Yo, before we start anything, we're gonna do it this year, Jamal. We're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a lot better than we
We're
did
gonna do
last
it.
year.
Me and Jamal, big Yankees and Giants fans. He likes the Knicks. I ain't never been a Knicks fan, but Giants and Yankees, we got that. We got that.
Oh wow! Well, listen, let's all remember the famous Knicks Bulls rivalry. That's when
That's
basketball.
I'm Bulls
was
still. I'm
pinnacle.
still Bulls and Spurs,
Yeah.
man. God, I'm sorry, you know.
Bulls and the Spurs. Well, Bulls I can see, but the Spurs.
Yeah, I've been a Spurs since 1990, homie.
Wow.
It's D-Rob. I was a D-Rob and Sean Elliott fan back then.
You from New York and like the Spurs. Wow.
Hey, I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it.
So,
What you
Tripp,
got
let's go.
going, Jamal?
Okay,
Yeah,
one at a time. One at a time. Don't jump on me. All right,
All right,
Petee. You go, Petee. You go.
All right, Tripp. What's going on, man? What have you been up to?
Nothing much, man. Just drying off my wet matches and getting back on stage.
Nice, nice. Anything coming up?
Well, I just did a show at this spot here in Arlington, Texas, because I live in Fort Worth, Texas, by the way. And there's this spot called Wick's House of Comedy in Arlington, Texas. Dude is like my brother. It's his little event center, and he does comedy shows out of there. So we signed an agreement. So now I have the keys to the comedy house.
Wow.
So now not only am I, performing around the city, but now I produce shows and book other comics to come in and perform. Pretty much, I want to open it up for younger comedians so that they can get their shine. Because I know there's a lot of funny cats out there that, they're not getting a chance to get on stage, because we got two improvs here, we got two hyenas, but they're open mic nights. Sarita, where you go? Sarita.
Right here.
She always
Okay.
does that. She's like a
Yeah.
ghost of Phantom or something. She always does that.
I need to see all the faces. I need to see all the faces. Anyway.
Oh, I'm in attention. I hear you. Keep
Okay,
going.
if you had to go pee, you go pee, but keep the volume up there. You can hear me.
No, I just do cheers all night long. Cheers.
Oh,
Which will make her pee later on, but
okay, but
I'm gonna hold it because I can't step out on him. He already let me know that. Okay, keep continue.
see that. Well, not to get off track, but that's what I do when I'm up on stage when I'm hosting. I don't allow anybody to get up out their seat because I can see everything, and I have adult ADD, so it throws me off. And so now I make them do the church finger when they get up and they walk to the bathroom or go anywhere. They put the church finger up, and I'm like, okay, you can go. If anybody goes to the bathroom, I follow them, and I stand at the door and I just berate them at the door, make up stuff. Anyway, but like I was saying, it's a 100-seat spot, and yeah, I got another show coming up in May. I'm going to try to produce 2 comedy shows a month until we get up to like full capacity. Once we get up to full capacity, then I'm trying to smash every Saturday and Sunday, because once I show the local comics here in Dallas love, I'm going across state lines. I'm headed straight to Atlanta, and I'm grabbing every comic I know out of Atlanta and bringing them to Texas, so that to build their fan base. I'm all about everybody eating. That I feel that this pie is big enough for everybody to get their slice. That's what ran me away 18 years ago, because my goal was to become a headliner. And see, in comedy, there's a host who pretty much runs the show. He's the guy who controls the tempo of the show. You see him in between the comedians. He comes out and he does normally 10 to 15 minutes to get the audience warmed up. He may do material most of the time. He's interacting with the audience, getting them ready to laugh. And then he brings up what is known as the opener, which is usually an amateur who has about 3 years or less experience, but they're funny enough to do like 7 to 10 minutes. And normally they're not getting paid. They're just doing it for the love and the experience and the stage time. Then he brings up what is called a feature. The feature goes on before the headliner, and he's a paid comic that does anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes. And then you have your headliner who does 45 minutes to an hour. And, you know, pretty much that's what everybody's there to see. Their name is up on the billboard, their face is on the flyer and or the poster, and you don't see the feature and the opener until you get there. You never know who's going to be on the show unless that feature is, thanks to social media, is advertising the show himself and letting everybody know, ooh, I'm opening up for Bruce, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, as a younger comic, I begged seasoned comics to take me on the road, to give me that experience. And they said, no, you're too funny.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
And not to cut you off.
Go right ahead.
But Jamal has invited me to one of his comedy shows when we first met. Quite some time ago. I don't want to date us. But yeah. He was, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but out of everybody that was on that card or whatever, however they do it, the roster, you were the funniest to me. And Jamal he's really a funny dude. And he kept it clean and everything like that. He didn't have to curse and holler too much, you know what I'm saying? But he was funny. And I was like, yo, the dude was funny. So yeah, just had to tell you that.
But well, thank you. I'm a little biased, but I'll take it.
I'm not biased. It's the truth, you know. It's the truth.
I appreciate it, man. I'm my toughest critic.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Nah, you good, man. So yeah.
It is, for making people laugh is therapy for me. So I enjoy it. My wife, who I've been married to for 6 years. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. I saw how y'all were looking at me. Y'all over there playing rock, paper, scissors. Who's gonna get his email address? No, I can't do it. She crazy.
Well, they're all crazy, Jamal. But, you know. I'm just kidding, like, y'all.
I mean, it is.
You know,
oh boy.
I'm just kidding.
All right, we lost our entire female fan base right there. Thank God.
I've been holding her hostage and making her laugh for the past 8 years. So she's like, please go make somebody else laugh. Please, my face hurts. So that's why I'm back out there. And ta-da!
So that's good. That's good. Because I was wondering, you know, if you was gonna, you know, because I know you died down, you know, you stopped for a while. And yeah, I see you back doing it again, and that's what's up. But Wilhelmina is a comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Wilhelmina, I won't do what everybody do to me. Ooh, tell me a joke. I hate that.
Yeah.
You know? Say something funny. Your face.
I think I'm just more of a smartass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a question. Wilhelmina, where are you located?
New York, they just legalized it, so I'm like,
oh, that's why she like, oh yeah. Well,
hey, Tripp, let me ask you a question really quickly. What can you offer the young and up and coming comedian about how they should go about it? Obviously, you said if they can get to an open mic night, but even before that, what would really make them think that they might possibly have the stuff?
People always ask me, can you learn how to be funny? And I'm like, yeah, you can, but you got to be born with it. Mm-hmm. If it's in you. If you're funny, you can just be naturally funny. And I want to say I was funny in the womb, because I just came out talking and having people laugh. And I remember, and it's amazing because I'm this many years old, and I don't know if it's backwards, but anyway.
Yeah, I think it was backwards because you ain't that old. Okay.
Yeah.
right.
I'm 51.
Damn, you older than I thought. Nah.
Yeah, I'm 51, Travis.
Mm. Well, it looked like you were 60 the way you were showing it here.
Oh, my bad. I was like, is it 60?
Oh no, I guess you're right. Yeah, 5'1". Okay.
5'1". Yeah,
I was thinking 60.
Not 6'0". Anyway,
you did it right.
I remember being on the bus with my mother and just talking to everybody that sat next to us. And I was like, my mommy's 22 years old. Just telling my mother, all my mother's business. And then one day we were on the train, and you know how in New York, when they release the air brakes and it goes, and I just screamed out, Mommy, the train just farted. And the entire car just blew up with laughter. And I was like, I like that. But to answer your question, Pete,
Uh-huh.
To answer your question, watch a lot of comedy. Just soak it up. Watch as much stand-up comedy as you can. Don't just watch black comedians. Watch black comedians, white comedians, Hispanic, male, female, and watch how they, their stage presence, because you have different styles of comedy. You'll have deadpan, which is where they pretty much the mic never leaves the stand and they just stand there and they're in this one monotone voice and they talk like this and then they hit their punchline and then they blah 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 and you get the chuckle chuckle chuckle. Then you have the physical comedian that jumps around and all over the stage. And then you have your political comedian like DL Hughley. So for somebody who wants to get in the game, learn the craft. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not easy. They usually start you out with 3 minutes. And when I tell you 3 minutes is an eternity for somebody who has never done it. You'll be up there and you'll be talking. And next thing you know, you hear silence and you'll be like, oh, please give me the light. Give me the light so I can get off the stage. But it's like, nah, you only in 30 seconds. So just learn the craft and get as much stage time as you can. And don't be afraid to get booed.
Oh, I love it.
I've heard a lot of comedians say that.
Yes,
they bombed at least some period in time.
Getting booed builds character. Trust me. I've been booed plenty of times because there's been times where I don't, I go to a comedy club just to hang out because I enjoy listening to other comics. And they'd be like, oh, Jay, you want to go up? And I'd be like, I couldn't say no. It's like candy. Like, want a piece of candy? Sure.
Yes.
So they say, you want to go up? And I'm really not feeling it. And I get up there and I give a lackluster. And, and as soon as I hear, boo, good night. I don't even let them get the ooh out. They'd be like, boo, good night. But, hey, can I please tell one of my favorite getting booed stories?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Tell your camera to behave itself.
Trying to get it to behave.
Okay. Okay.
What is the camera drunk?
Yeah.
And so,
Cheers.
okay.
Okay, cheers.
Okay,
Okay.
go on to tell yourself.
So get this. I was 24 years old and I was in school at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. And I had just got back into comedy. My bad, not 24, 22. And Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull, that's gonna date me right there. They were doing a 15-city tour up the East Coast and it was starring D.L. Hughley and Bernie Mac. Every city that they stopped in, they had a comedy contest that was supposed to be for amateurs. And they would have a local contest and they would pick 4 comedians. And those 4 comedians would get to open up for D.L. Hughley and Bernie Mac. And then the crowd would pick the winner. So I went to this local disco club or, this black club that I used to always go to, went in there, performed, ta-da, I was one of the 4. Got to the show a couple of weeks later, and when I tell you, Travis, I got that glow like in the karate movie, the black dude, Bruce Lee Leroy. Yes, dude, I got the glow and went out there and just boom, blew everybody away, won the contest. DL announced the winner and I got up there, got my little $500 check and I'm like, yeah, you get 2 round-trip tickets to Los Angeles, California to perform in the finals at the Wilton Theater. I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, the Wilton.
I ain't never been to California. I'm going. So me and my best friend, we pack up, go to California, and I'm like, yeah, we get to the hotel. They slide me an envelope. I open it up. It's $750 more. I'm like, cha-ching.
Balling there.
So while I'm signing up, right, filling out the paperwork,
right,
who walks in the door? Bruce. And I'm like, what is he doing here? They said it was amateurs. So, he goes over and he's signing in. Next person to walk in is Joe Clare. Remember Joe Clare from BET?
Yeah.
He walks in. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing here? Oh, I won in DC. All right. And then I found out that it was a bunch of professionals that entered the contest and won. And I was the one and only amateur out of 14 comedians.
Wow.
Do you know my confidence went right out the window?
Yeah.
So I said, I'm just gonna enjoy my free trip, my $750. I'm out in Los Angeles with all these tall, pretty women, and I'm making connections. So the night of the show, I get up there and we drawing numbers. And I draw number 5, and I'm like, ooh, good, I ain't got to go first because it is 2,500 people in that theater, and I'm shitting bricks. So I'm up to go next, and guess who walks next to me? Bernie Mac. Yes.
A legend.
He stands next to me, and he goes, "You look like you're nervous," and I was like, "Yes." I ain't never performed in front of these many people, and he was like, "Just go out there and do your stuff, man. Just you could do it." Man, they introduced me. They let me get one joke out, and 2,500 people, boo, good night. I walked past Bernie, and he was like, happens to the best of us.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
but I still had fun. But I tell all young comics, never be afraid to get booed. It builds character. You learn something, because if you don't learn your audience, you won't know what type of material to do.
Right.
So I usually, when I get to a show, I always get there early and I watch people as they walk in. I like to people watch because I'm quick off the top of my head, so I can come up with stuff when I get up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I boy, brain fart. Oh, cheers.
That's that 51.
Yes. And so I'll watch the crowd, and then I'll pay attention to the host and see what jokes he's doing and what they're laughing at. Because you got some comedy clubs that don't even want you to use profanity. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do it, but I have to do it on the fly. Or when they say, usually like when it's say improv and it's a mostly white audience, I just get up there and I'm goofy. I do my material, but I mess with the audience. But when it's black people, you got to strangle them and be like, listen to me, because they'll be in there having a conversation. I'm like, hey, listen here, this is a comedy show. You came here to laugh, to see me. You ain't come here to talk to them. Mm-hmm. So you got to get up there and you got to hit them with the MFs and the D's and the P's.
Right.
Because that's what they want to hear. So I'm there to give you what you want to hear. I just switch up my material. I always like to make it interchangeable, so I could take this word out and put this word in, and it'll work.
Interesting.
Yeah, because there's two roads in comedy. A lot of people don't know. You have the mainstream, which is the improvs, the zanies, the Comedy Store, and then you have the Chitlin circuit, where you have Big Bob's Barbecue and Tire Repair, and they doing shows in the corner with no stage. You on a dance floor. You're still making money, but the atmosphere, sometimes there's the lighting sucks, the sound system sucks. I hate it. I did a show 3 weeks ago, just pretty much a pop-up, to do a guest spot, and I'm like, okay, where am I going? They had me at a Alexander's Mexican restaurant and muffler repair inside of one of the jankiest hotels in Dallas with a bunch of crackheads outside. I get out the car and there's a chalk outline of a man and a cat. And I'm like, what did the cat do? I go inside and I'm like, yes, I go inside, and anytime you walk in a hotel and you hear, "Hello, welcome to the Sterling Hotel," turn around, go out, you're gonna die. I was like, get out, nah, buddy. You guys, gas stations, and what I'm saying, not hotels. I'm not staying in your hotel, but I went around and found the damn the Mexican restaurant, and I was like, wow, it's bright as all hell. Comedy clubs are not supposed to, when you do comedy, it's supposed to be intimate. You're only supposed to see the front row. The rest is supposed to be in the dark. I could see everybody's face and they sitting there chewing, and I'm like, wow. So I just stood up there for 5 minutes and talked about the hotel, the restaurant, the people sitting in the front row. I gave them 0 jokes. I just talked about the restaurant, and I was like, all right, thank you, good night, peace. Follow me on social media.
I gotta say, I've been to Texas a few times, and I find the whole entire demographic very interesting, especially since I went down there and there was a restaurant called, I don't know if you're familiar with it, it's called Old West. Have you ever been to Old West by any chance? It's in the Fort Worth area.
Am I allowed in there?
Well,
I'm just making sure it's Texas.
I hear you, and this is where I want to go with this, because we were there. My wife and I were an interracial couple, and we were looking at real estate down there. We went with her brother, and we went with his son, and all that. And we started at Old West, and the real estate agent gave us his card at Old West, and we started. He just emailed us a whole bunch of homes that he was selling. And the thing that was funny though was that he wasn't there, but there were other real estate agents there. So whenever we went in to one of the homes, the first thing the real estate agent did was come up to me and say, well, how many homes have you showed them so far? Meaning me.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was wondering how you handle everything down there.
It's maybe I don't pay attention to it, but I've seen slight schism, right, when I'm down here. I just don't really let it get me out of my square. But now I'm gonna take over the show now. Krystal, ask me a question.
I'll ask you. Okay, so what is one of your favorite comedians? Like you looked up to?
Well, Eddie Murphy off rip, because he's the first one that I ever saw do stand up. I was 16 living in Queens, and we were in the basement, and my boy, he snuck the tape of Delirious. And we watched it in the basement. That's when we had on that red leather suit. He was in DC, and the way he just commanded the audience, and I was just sitting there in awe, and I was like, that's what I want to do, because I was a class clown. Anytime I had a captive audience, I always found a way to make them laugh. And at 51, I'm still the same way. I could be in public, standing in line. If there's 2 people in front, 3 people behind, I'm gonna make those 5 people laugh. I'm gonna come up with something to say just to make them laugh, because that's just what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but right now, my favorite, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm gonna give you 3 comics. I'm gonna give all of y'all a homework assignment. And then I want y'all to let me know what you think of these 3 comedians. And you may know of them, and you may not. The first one is Tony Roberts out of Detroit. Tony Roberts is hands down hilarious. He will have your face hurting. Number 2 is Robert Powell III. He kind of looked like Travis. He just light skinned. He's skinny skinny with a big head, look like a big old lollipop. So that's Tony Roberts and Robert Powell III. And the third comedian, I had it on the tip of my tongue and running my mouth. I forgot, but give me 3 seconds. And Rodman, RODMAN. Rodman. He's out of Atlanta. And when I moved to Atlanta, we pretty much started at the same time. And he won Last Comic Standing. His style and delivery is hilarious. I mean, every time I was at Uptown Comedy Corner and he would walk in the door, the first thing I'd ask him, "You good enough?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I ain't leaving." I'm not leaving, because even if it's the same joke over, my neighbor's walking his wolf. Right. If even if it's the same joke, I just enjoyed it. And there's a lot of other comics, but I ain't trying to give y'all too much the homework. So check out those 3 comics. And
Rodman, Powell.
Yep. Yeah, Robert Powell III.
The third.
Yeah.
I think I heard of the Tony Roberts dude. I know
Yeah,
I seen
and-
him on
Yeah.
something, and he
Yeah,
was
Tony-
funny. I
Tony
can't remember
Roberts-
when I seen him on.
Tony Roberts is the one that comes out and says, "You need your ass beat."
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he always he makes a joke. You need your ass beat. If you standing at the bus stop with a fur coat in the summertime, you need your ass beat. So yeah, Cheetah, your question.
I do.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be about comedy because I'm well versed. You know what I'm saying? I'm well versed. I can talk about anything.
I agree. I think Eddie Murphy is the best comic ever. I was talking about him yesterday about I heard the ice cream truck drive by. I was like, ice cream, ice cream,
And see, that's a sign of a great comic. If their punchlines, if you can
Mhm.
repeat them in everyday life and for years to come, that's greatness.
I got lost though. That just comes off the top of my head. And I always thought you had to write in order to do comedy. But how do you what helps you do that? Like,
What to write?
yeah, when you need to write something.
Oh, well, that's a great question. Great question. Okay, now you can be a comedian and go off the top of your head because Joe Torre doesn't do too much writing. Joe Torre is in the audience doing crowd work and talking about people. He may crack a few jokes, but he's mostly in the audience. D-Ray Davis out of Chicago.
Yeah, I like
D-Ray
D-Ray.
Davis, D-Ray does not write. D-Ray just gets up on stage and he talks. Now, guarantee he remembers some of the good stuff, so he'll repeat that.
Yeah.
D-Ray doesn't write. I come off the top when I'm hosting or if somebody does something that distracts me, and I have a whole encyclopedia of one-liners, comebacks, snaps that immediately it's like bam, and I hit them, and I go back into doing what I do. Now, when it comes to writing, everybody has their own different style of writing. Me in particular, it's weird. It's like I have this invisible joke monkey named Earl that wakes me. Don't laugh because he's real. I can see him, but nobody else can. And he comes to me at the ungodly hour of 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And he's like, hey, Jay, write this down.
Mhm.
So I keep my phone right next to the bed and I just write down. I don't write out the whole joke because that's too much writing. I write a premise and I just work on that premise. Just like with the story I told you with the Sterling Hotel,
Yeah.
that's a joke. I didn't see chalk outline or with the cow. And
Oh, you didn't?
no, that's a joke.
I thought you was for real.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how good of a
actually
storyteller I am.
I thought you was for real.
No, it's a joke.
Oh,
It's
you
a joke.
got me
Now, there was some crackheads asking me for money, and there were Indians behind the counter, and I was like, no, I'm not here to stay in this death hotel. I'm looking for the Mexican restaurant. And it's like, around the corner. Okay, I'm around the corner. But yeah, so what I used to do before smartphones, I used to sleep with a activated tape recorder. So when a joke would just pop in my head, I'd pick up the recorder and just speak the premise, there's a couple of sentences and then click.
That's cool.
But now, I don't know if y'all can see. Can y'all know? Dang it, it's so
It just
bright.
looks like a white screen.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting savvy with this. Hold on. Can I do? Yeah, there we go. I'm getting better. Hold on. There we go. All right. So now that I've made it darker, right? You see this right here?
Mhm. Those are jokes?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'm not giving you the finger. Yes. Yes. Look, see all of that. Just premises. That's it. You see that? At 2:00 in the morning, he's giving me all this information. And I write it down, I write it in my phone, and even when I'm driving home, it comes to me, and I do the dangerous thing, and I'm on my phone, and I'm like, all right, let me get this in there real quick because I don't want to forget it.
Yeah.
But with all of those jokes, all it is, it's like a restaurant. I like to think of myself as a chef. Those jokes are my food, and I'm feeding it to you guys. And your laughter is letting me know that you enjoy the food that I just served you. So with all of these, with all of these jokes, I'm coming up with a menu. So I write them all down, and whatever location that I'm going to, I'm like, okay, if I want to talk about COVID, because everybody's talking about COVID. So, you know what I'm saying? I got COVID jokes, and I got 4 or 5 jokes that go under the COVID tab. So, you know what I'm saying? I feed you some COVID jokes and giggle, giggle, giggle. Then, I may go to talk about me being old, even though I look like the Black Benjamin Button. It's 51 years old, and I still look 12. I got old jokes, and I'm lactose intelligent, and I have no gallbladder. So I talk about can't eating. I can't eat nothing with dairy. If I lick a piece of cheese, I'll fart and kill everybody. I set up my menu depending on how many minutes they give me. That's how many items I give them. And then that last joke is the dessert. Good night. So yeah. It depends on what type of comic you want to be.
I do characters.
There you go. And have fun with it. Just have fun with it, and you'll develop your own act after a while. How long you been doing it?
I just something I did around the house, and I just created a Facebook page where I've been running that for 2 years now, and where I post a lot of the stuff that pops to my head now. But yeah, at home I created these characters for the kids to joke about. It was actually an educational awareness thing, and then it turned into something like that.
Okay. Well, yeah. See, with the way things are now, you don't ever have to leave your house. You can go on YouTube and make a bunch of YouTube videos, and as long as they're, saying you just about 3 minutes or longer and get subscribers, you make money. You don't ever have to be an actual stand-up comedian on the stage. They call them social medians. They're not stand-up comedians, they're social medians, because they're on social media making people laugh with the skits and everything. And that's another thing that's going around that people are a little bit upset at, especially the old dogs in the game, because these young comics, they get on YouTube and they make these hilarious videos, and they have 100,000 followers, and these club owners be like, yo, he has a following or she has a following, and book them at the club and pay them $5,000, $10,000 for a weekend of 6-7 shows, and they bomb every show. So now people who come to the comedy club is like, is this what comedy is? No. Because honestly, right now, if somebody asked me to do a 30-minute show and like, yeah, I'll give you 500, I'll tell them, listen here, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I can give you a hard 15 for 250. But if you still want to give me that 500, I will crowd work it for the rest of the 15 and leave it up to them. I'm never gonna take somebody's money and then give them a shitty product, because that's just me.
Yeah.
Now, if they were talking about $5,000, oh yeah, I'll take it. I ain't turning out $5,000. No.
So I got a question for you, Tripp, really quickly regarding when you are doing a show. How do you handle the hecklers?
Oh, I love hecklers, because then I don't have to do material. Because just like I said earlier, I have a encyclopedia. I mean, I have a whole Rolodex of insults and snaps that I've been using, that, pretty much in comedy, when it comes to getting a heckler off of you, it's okay to go into the bag of snaps. Every comedian uses the same ones. Some of them come up with different ones. And, you know, I'll usually hit them real hard, go for the jugular. If that don't get him up off of me, I'll hit him again. And then I'll talk louder than him because I have the microphone, and I'll drown him out. And by the time the management hears me on the stage, boop, security's coming, and he's being escorted out. And but a lot of times I'll be like, you know, just I don't want him thrown out. Just sit down, be quiet, you know. But if there's, you know, sometimes you get that juice in you, and it just.
I hear that.
So.
Well, I got to tell you, man, we really appreciate you coming on, and thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
And if I'm ever down in Texas again, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you and come to one of the shows. Absolutely.
Okay. Now don't forget your homework assignment, and don't forget to follow me on all the social medias, because pretty much comedian Tripp J, you can find me. You'll see my face. But it was nice meeting you, Krystal, and Cheetah and Wilhelmina.
Yes, it was a pleasure meeting.
Nice meeting you too.
I had a blast.
I am following you as of right now.
Yo, this was dope, Jamal.
Oh yeah, I see it. There you go. Wilhelmina, where your phone at?
Oh, yeah, I'm on it actually. Yeah.
Okay, Krystal. All right.
I'm on. I'm on my phone.
Oh, you on your phone? Well, when you get off.
So when I get off, I got you.
All right. Well, I'm out of here. Y'all, and I follow back. I don't do Twitter. Oh, there we go. I got you. I don't do Twitter because I really don't know.
Yeah.
But they threw me in Twitter jail, so I'm now serving a 7-day sentence because I called a Black Trump supporter a coon. See,
truth is the truth. Hey.
Your wife's name was?
Oh, it's Elizabeth Davis Jones and the Camp.
On Facebook?
Yes, she has a fan page on there, and it's with an S. Did you find her?
I do believe.
Ooh, Wilhelmina. Where you see that picture of Wilhelmina? That's her.
Okay.
With that scary J. Blige. Oh God. I don't like that blonde hair. Boy, but you see Wilhelmina picture? You see Wilhelmina? Boy, she had that glamour shot on there. She was.
I was 7 months pregnant in that picture.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you hot smile.
Yeah, you got that. You had that glow. You had that glow.
I was loving my baby. I want to get pregnant again.
Really? Go ahead, girl.
I worry about my eggs drying.
Hey,
whoa.
Travis, you know, I had to tell myself, I'm like, don't say that. No, don't say that. Just stand there with a stupid look. You know, she said she want to get pregnant again. I'm like, well, you know what you got to do, right?
Put your legs
Oh, Wilhelmina, you're in South.
Hey,
You're
when
in
you
South
started.
part of New York. I get it. It's South New York, not the South, Wilhelmina. Come on.
Come on, stupid.
Yes, you got the.
We definitely want you to come back, Tripp. I hope you get a chance to come back on the show.
Anytime, you guys. Travis knows how to get in touch with me. Just hit me up. And,
So we'll air this Monday on YouTube. I guess. Do you follow it yet? Do you subscribe on YouTube?
No, but I will.
Yeah, US Roundtable. You know what it is, and Monday it'll be up. So yeah, you can share it with all your friends and whatnot or whatever. You know.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going up on the page. This is going.
All right.
All right. Well, y'all take it easy.
Nice meeting you.
I told y'all I will keep y'all hostage. Just one more thing.
Okay.
Y'all running out? Y'all ain't running out of tape, or you ain't running out of tape? I know you.
Nah, we just use
we're running out of tape. We're running out of tape.
Okay,
Make it quick.
It's a quick question. Okay, everybody who's been vaccinated, raise your hand.
I me.
You have been, Jamal?
Man, I got my second shot on Thursday, man. My superpowers is kicking in, baby.
Still alive?
Yes, man. I can see through walls and everything, son. I can tell you what the lottery, I can tell you what the cash 3 gonna be tonight. 6, 4, 4. Play it straight. Do not box it. 6, 4, 4. Play it straight. I want 50% of your winnings. Thank you. Good night.
Peace.
Y'all take it easy.
All right.
You too. Bye.
Later.
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
He's funny.
That was funny. He's funny.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
was-
so Pete, you the only one vaccinated on here, huh? Congratulations, boo.
I told y'all I'm good.
I got my.
As
I
long
got
as
my.
he's alive, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
I got my,
Yeah,
my-
I
my
agree with you, Travis. Today, no.
I got my second shot coming up on the 28th.
All
28th.
right. Made the
Okay.
Cheers.
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 Oh, it's done.
Hey, Wilhelmina, you still on or did you fall out? Did Wilhelmina fall out?
Yes, she's there. Oh, there she is.
Yo, Wilhelmina, I want to come to your house. I want to get some of those vapors you got going on there.
Wilhelmina
Contact.
is right now, huh, boo? Me too.
Crack.
All right, everybody. I want everybody to look at Wilhelmina because this is the first time a camera is shown. There it is.
Yeah, no, I broke my phone, my screen the other day, so now it's all cloudy.
All right. Okay, got you.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy myself on this show for real. Your friend is real funny. Tripp is funny.
Wait, have you not enjoyed yourselves on other shows?
Excuse me.
Always.
Okay.
Always. Cheers.
All right, I'll leave it.
Cheers.
Cheetah, I'm watching you, Cheetah. I see you. Well, I'll tell you what, it is the magic hour. Why don't we go ahead and start the sign off? This time starting with Krystal D.
All right. Peace and love, guys.
Peace and
And
love.
who else is next?
Wilhelmina, go Wilhelmina.
Oh, all right, Wilhelmina. Okay, Wilhelmina.
Oh, she said bye. Okay.
Yeah, bye. That's her exit. Bye.
Wilhelmina?
Cheetah?
Is that what
Okay,
she
peace
said?
and love. Wear your mask. Be safe. All that good stuff out there. See ya.
All right, Peter.
All right, everybody. I'm not going to say wear your mask because, again, Cheetah loves to do that to me. So I'm just going to say go out and get your shot, get your Pfizer, get your Moderna. Stay the hell away from that Johnson & Johnson. I don't even know when to begin with
Stand
that.
away from it all.
Yes,
That's
Trav.
another.
Gotcha.
And if you want to be like Travesty and Cheetah, go ahead and be safe and wear your mask. And Krystal too, right? Krystal, you didn't take the shot, did you? All right,
No, wait.
everybody. Okay, so everybody be safe, wear your mask if you're not going to take the shot, and wear your mask if you have the shot. And Travesty, over to you.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.